It is my pleasure to welcome back the Chicago Blackhawks to the White House. We have some very proud Blackhawks fans here. A couple I want to point out in particular, Senator Dick Durbin from Illinois, and Congressman Mike Quigley, who actually still has an old man's hockey game that he's in all the time. And yeah, any false teeth, Mike? Just a couple. All right, but this guy's a serious hockey player. So Mike Quigley. Now, since I took office, we've hosted a lot of championship teams from Boston and New York, Pittsburgh, Miami. But since I've been president, only one team has brought a world championship to my hometown of Chicago, and now the Blackhawks have done it twice. Twice. 3 years ago, the Hawks won their first Stanley Cup in 49 years. And keep in mind, the Cubs had been waiting for 105. So 49 might have not seemed so bad. But luckily, the second Stanley Cup came just a little bit quicker. From the very beginning last season, when these guys won their first 6 games in a row, we had a feeling that this was a team on the move, and we were right. With Coach Q behind the bench, Hawks dominated the regular season. In the playoffs, Captain Jonathan Toews led the team all the way for the second time, and he's still only, by the way, 25 years old. Now, I don't remember everything I was doing when I was 25, but I wasn't doing that. That I'm pretty certain of. Incredible leadership on his part. Patrick Kane, the playoff MVP, helped to send this team to the finals in incredible double overtime. I will say some of the games were just stressful, though. I was getting a little tense. Duncan Keith had an interesting first round, scored a goal in Game 3. Then he flew home to Chicago to be with his wife for the birth of their son, Colton. Then he flew back to Minneapolis the same day, arrived 2 hours before the drop of the puck, helped lead the team to a win that put them up 3-1 in the series. And about 6 weeks later, Colton may have become the youngest person ever to be hoisted by the cup. That hadn't been happening before. Finally, we've got Brian Bickle and Dave Bolin with less than 2 minutes left in Game 6 of the finals. The Hawks down by just 1 goal. Teamed up to score 2 goals in just 17 seconds to bring the cup back to Chicago. 17 seconds. That's the kind of clutch performance that would have made Jordan proud, which is why the statue was wearing a Blackhawks jersey, I think, during the playoffs. So this team is a great example of what Chicago's all about. It's not just, by the way, because of what they've done on the ice. In Game 6, Andrew Shaw got hit in the face by a puck. It earned him more than a few stitches. But after the game, he decided to make the best of a painful situation. When those stitches came out, he auctioned every one of them off. Now, it does raise a question like, who's buying sutures? Right? Somebody bid on this stuff. He raised almost $20,000 for the V Foundation to help cancer research. And he's not the only guy with a big heart back here. This morning, the entire team paid a visit to our wounded warriors at Walter Reed, helping to raise the spirits of men and women who've sacrificed so much for this country. And when I had a chance to have some of our wounded warriors in the room with these guys beforehand, I said, I love the Blackhawks, I love all my sports teams, but obviously our best team, our most important team, are those folks who every day serve us in uniform and keep us free. So we're really grateful to them. So, these are not just good hockey players, they are good guys. And that explains why 2 million Chicago fans came out to Grant Park to celebrate bringing home the cup. Speaking of Grant Park, we were originally going to let Corey Crawford say a few words today, but we thought we'd keep this family event family friendly. You guys been hanging out with Rahm Emanuel too much. So congratulations again to the Blackhawks, to the Bulls, Bears, Cubs, White Sox. I am term limited, so you guys got to get moving. I need to see you here soon. Championships belong in Chicago. So to the Blackhawks, thank you for bringing it back home. Thanks for bringing the Stanley Cup. Kevin Wood, you want to say a couple things?
Thank you, Mr. President. On behalf of the Chicago Blackhawks, thank you for this incredible honor. I can assure you these fine players, beginning with Captain Jonathan Toews, will never take these visits for granted. You can be proud of the way that these players play for your home team, hockey team. More than that, they are gifted athletes who not only win championships, but go a long way in breaking gridlock if you allow them into Congress.
That's true. I should try a hockey stick during the shutdown. I should have seen how that worked.
But thank you once again on behalf of the team and our fans, and please accept this jersey and as a gesture for our gratitude.
All right, where's my jersey? Come on. Hey, you guys want to take this down?